There and welcome to a second and final edition of News Tonight here on UBC TV this Monday, the 15th day of September 2025. First though, let's have a look at what's making headlines at this hour.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Police refute allegations of kidnap being peddled by opposition politicians. Legislators concerned over the creation of new districts which could threaten national development. People's Front for Freedom Party to negotiate with NUP and ANT on presidential candidate. And in sports, Uganda's KAVC wins men's title at KAVC Memorial Tournament.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Hello there and welcome once again. We're coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoba. Now, police have refuted allegations of kidnap being peddled by opposition politicians. Police spokesperson Rusoke Kituma says the ongoing arrests of NUP supporters who participated in unlawful drilling is guided by law and the manner of arrest remains a police decision. We have more in this story.
Uganda police has clarified alleged accusations of kidnapping national platform leaders and supporters. Police say the allegations are baseless.
If we were to go by what the politicians of NUP are insinuating, it would almost mean that every single person who goes through police custody is an abductee. But one thing only we guarantee is that anybody who comes into contact with the police, two things, either shall be taken to court or shall be released.
Police have confirmed 10 arrests, while others are pending in connection to unlawful drilling by NUP supporters. Security has refused publishing names of wanted persons.
So far, a number of them have been arrested. And if I'm to be exact, the arrests so far has reached 10. The wanted list, we are not going to share it with you. Like we told you, we have our own choices. We have shared with you the offense, but those whom we need and we don't need, those whom we shall arrest and shall not arrest, we shall be communicating along the way.
Politicians are advised to use right platforms to challenge the offense of unlawful drilling or use parliament to amend the law.
You went to parliament for 5 years, you never challenged it. Now you want to challenge it using bloggers. If anybody wants to dilute the power of police, I request you go and you cause an amendment. The day we wake up and you have, as Ugandans, amended the law that we no longer have the power to arrest, we shall stop.
The manner of arrest has also attracted mixed reactions from the public, which police says to have reserved discretion.
It is not you to tell us how to arrest you. You can't commit an offense and then also dictate us how we should come for you. I think you are assuming too much. It is within your choice to commit an offense, but not within your powers to tell us, you can only come for me on Friday, you can only write to me. That one is not going to be done.
As the political environment becomes more intense, police have denied partisan policing and biased implementation of the law.
They like confrontational engagements, where we want, for example, to sit and agree with somebody on how we are going to take him from one point to another. Those people don't agree. Actually, we hear that some of them wish that they are confronted so that they get political mileage.
Meanwhile, the Police Directorate of Criminal Investigation, CID, has increased the reward for any whistleblower who brings information about the double murder of Mr. and Mrs. Mutaga from the initial 50 million shillings to 60 million shillings.
The reward has been increased to 60 million shillings. So we request whoever has good leads to the arrest of a suspect or suspects in respect to the murder of the couple in Entebbe, the Mutagas, Mrs. and Mr. Mutaga. Please come out, share with us in confidence. We shall protect every information you want us to protect.
In July 2025, police in Entebbe registered a case of double murder of Mr. and Mrs. Mutaga. Till date, the prime suspect is not yet identified. Abdul Nasir Lubwama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Legislators have raised concerns over the continued creation of new administrative units, warning that the trend threatens national development. They argue that the move does not improve service delivery but escalates administrative costs, thereby diverting resources that could support infrastructure and other priority sectors. The concerns come after reports that Tororo district is set to be split into 3 new districts, with it becoming a city alongside other proposed demarcations.
Following the NRM Parliamentary Caucus, which sat on Friday last week, NRM legislators okayed plans to split Tororo district into 3 districts, including Mukuju, Mulanda and Chisoko, and also to elevate Tororo municipality to a state status.
To having received the report of the Minister of Local Government to support the creation of Mukuju district, Mulanda district, Kisoko district, and Tororo city in the financial year 2025-2026, subject to the law. To support the creation of Bugendera district out of Bundibuju district in the financial year 2025-2026.
The case of Tororo, the mounting pressure, the situation on the ground requires that we put them as category 1, those to be created immediately, be given immediate attention.
However, opposition legislators cite that this is total political gerrymandering, which in no way would make service delivery better.
Actually, what I heard is that away from these 4 that have been created, the plan is to create 12 new districts in the run-up to the upcoming election and a minimum of 20 new constituencies. That's the plan. I think they want to do it piecemeal. We are now 500 plus members of parliament. Has that bettered the lives of our people? We had RDCs, deputy RDCs. Now they have added deputy assistant, deputy RDCs. Has that bettered the lives of our people?
Political gerrymandering during political seasons, during election time is unnecessary. It shouldn't happen now.
They argue that many formatted districts still suffer adverse challenges of poor infrastructure, no medical supplies, among others, which sabotages good governance.
We believe that the whole idea now of gerrymandering through districts cannot help the cause of the common person. Our people need critical services, the basic services, to support the basic basket in the community, not districts.
Because at the moment, we have very many challenges affecting not only us parliament, including all Ugandans. The hospitals are not functioning. The roads are in a dilapidated state. Government servants, the servants are not being paid. Civil servants are not paid on time.
There are worries also about funds to run these incoming formatted districts and cities, although local government minister Rafael Majezi cites otherwise.
I would think that even a sober member of parliament would be thinking about reversing to the original 1962 districts Uganda had before. Because if you could even have an idea that each district can be represented by only 2 members of parliament, a woman member of parliament, and maybe a male member of parliament.
We need, I think, about 26 billion in addition to what already is there, because Tororo district already has a budget. Tororo municipality is an existing local government with a budget. And there will no longer be Tororo district. So the budget of that Tororo district will be shared by the new units. The budget of Tororo municipality, there will no longer be a municipality called Tororo. It will be the city. So the city takes over the budget of the municipality.
Rebecca Natongo, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
The People's Front for Freedom, PFF party, has confirmed that they will not front a presidential candidate ahead of the 2026 general elections. PFF Secretary General Ibrahim Ssemujju Nganda told the media the party's Katonga-based headquarters that the decision was taken by the party to negotiate with key opposition parties that include Alliance for National Transformation, ANT, and National Unity Platform, NUP, to present a joint candidate.
Amidst the return of signatures at the Electoral Commission by individuals and party candidates who expressed their interest for the presidential race early next year, People's Front for Freedom has shocked the country with their confirmation of not fronting a presidential candidate of their own.
Not field a presidential candidate in the forthcoming 2026 presidential elections. The party, PFF, has made this decision in the broader interest of building a single, stronger freedom-seeking force.
The party, however, disclosed about their partnership with the retired Major General Mugisha Muntu's Alliance for National Transformation and Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu's National Unity Platform NUP to reach a consensus to front a joint candidate to run for presidency.
PFF and ANT have, since the signing of the cooperation agreement, engaged and held at least 2 meetings with the National Unity Platform aimed at aggregating our efforts and reducing duplicity. Our commitment to the discussions and the building of a united front. Parties have intensely discussed the usually difficult issue of fielding a joint presidential candidate. The ANT believes that a coalition can be built around 2 presidential candidates, Major General Gregory Mugisha Muntu and Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
The party's Secretary General Ibrahim Ssemujju Nganda presented the party's national team to coordinate the electoral process.
The PFF has assembled a national team to coordinate the freedom campaigns. The freedom coordination team will hold regional, sub-regional, and district rallies together with our nominated parliamentary and local government candidates. This team will be led by our leader, Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye.
They condemned the rampant disappearances and abductions of the opposition party members.
Continued disappearance and abduction of citizens, including candidates, is turning 2026 elections into a militarized campaign. It is this desire to unite the country against family and military rule that made us sign a cooperation agreement with the Alliance for National Transformation on July 2nd, 2025.
Ssemujju furthermore warned the Electoral Commission against compromise and bias during and throughout the electoral season.
There is no credible voters register to speak about. The election calendar is being crafted. Security, which should ordinarily keep law and order, has been instructed to fail opposition campaigns.
Amwaiva Njuko and Shiba Nanteza for UBC.
The National Unity Platform, NUP, has officially kicked off the vetting process for aspirants seeking the party flag for Member of Parliament and Woman Member of Parliament seats from Wakiso, West Nile and Kigezi regions at its headquarters at Makere Kavule. We have more in this story.
Aspiring candidates thronged NUP headquarters for screening, with Wakiso woman MP hopefuls among the first to face the panel. They included Nachiria Jackie, Juliet Nanteza, and incumbent Betty Naluima, who all pledged to champion service delivery and strengthen the party.
Successfully gone through vetting, and I know the commissioners will be bringing out the best candidates. As you're aware, we've already been assessed, and the field is out of 60, and as we come here, we are looking for 40%. One thing I feel I'm a little different, or where I have a higher advantage, is the fact that not only am I the incumbent, but also my leadership before being the woman MP for Wakiso District. I was a speaker. I've gone through all levels.
Myself as the best candidate. Being not only a lawyer, I am a councillor who has served Wakiso District at Kasanga T2 as a councillor representing women. I have traversed all areas in Wakiso.
What we're looking for is all about having people who are going to represent people with good service. Yes, with good service, accountability, presence in the constituencies, and maybe help our people to know the way forward of Uganda.
Busiro East aspirant Magola Emmanuel Matovu vowed to unseat former MP Honorable Medad Luwega Segona, accusing him of failing the electorate and blaming government inefficiencies.
The first legislator agenda for my people of Busiro East constituency is to fight household poverty. We are near the capital city, but when you look at the incomes of our people of Busiro East constituency, I think they are the lowest. The MP with the incumbent, he became a national MP for everyone. He forgot about his people of Busiro East constituency. So my primary goal is to represent my people and to fight poverty, household poverty.
For those that are yet to appreciate the roles of a member of parliament, it is my responsibility and duty and obligation to continue explaining to them. And at the end of the day, I will have the 60. I believe I already have about 50 to 55.
Veteran journalist Zambali Blasio Mukasa, contesting for Nansana municipality, pledged unity.
From all my coordinators, we have secured it and we have 60% from the ground. And I'm now waiting for the 40% from the Electoral Management Committee of NUP. I know I already have the win to my side, and to my advice to all other contenders within Nansana municipality that please, let's look for the general cause of our purpose, that if I happen to get or to secure the card, please be behind me and then we secure Nansana municipality. And I also do the same. I'll do so the vice versa.
Meanwhile, Kayanja Moses arrived on a bicycle, symbolizing solidarity with the poor, promising grassroots representation if given the flag.
Go to all low-income earners. No one should make you to fear. You also have to represent yourself. Kayanja Moses is representing Amuntu Wawansi, Mufuira Biku, MP, who is just waiting for the time to swear. So I'm here to represent all those people, the low-income earners.
By the close of the day, vetting was ongoing with more aspirants from Wakiso, West Nile, and Chigezi in waiting. Cayenne, Faith, Jamil Sekaja, for ABC.
Still with news pertaining to political parties, Forum for Democratic Change, FDC party, has threatened to make processions as the National Resistance Movement Party did as they returned nomination forms and supporter signatures to the Electoral Commission, requesting police to give them the same protection like it gives to the leadership of the ruling party, NRM. While addressing the press at Najana Kumbi, the National Vice Chairman, FDC, Robert Centenary, said they are to present their presidential flag bearer, James Nathan Nandala Mafabi, for nomination on the 24th of September. That will be Wednesday next week.
And they are being verified. We are very confident that having submitted far and above the required signatures, we should be good to go, and we have decided to nominate our presidential flag bearer on the 24th of September, most preferably at 9 a.m. Let me congratulate the security agencies for the cooperation and security they accorded to NRM when they conducted the procession from Chadondo to the industrial area as they were submitting the signatures. And let me hope that is the standard that you have set for us, and we are going to accord the same to all the political parties that are duly registered in this country. And let me hope there's not going to be any double standards like we had witnessed actually when we were submitting our candidates' signatures. We had a team of 12 people, and they were limiting us from accessing the Electoral Commission. As if that is not enough, we had booked midday, and we were asked to halt until the NRM is nominated, then they can attend to us. I think Electoral Commission, that was not right. We acted with civility, but we condemn that action. It was not right.
African governments have been urged to invest in science, technology and innovation as one of the best ways to accelerate Africa's economic transformation. The call made by Federation of African Engineering Organization points at failure to adequately fund innovations. The remarks were made ahead of the 11th UNESCO Africa Engineering Conference taking place at Speak Resort, Munyenyo.
Innovations in engineering have been exhibited as the 11th UNESCO Africa Engineering Conference opened. The Wama Aero Innovations, the first simulation company in Uganda, displayed high-fidelity and modular simulators for both pilots and instructors, focusing on improving aviation training and hands-on learning experiences.
Flight simulators are actual replica of aircraft that enhance flight training, that eases the whole process of flight training. Flight training is very expensive, and it's very hard to groom a pilot, because the costs are very, very, very high. Now, how do we cut the cost of flight training? Through simulation. Because when you sit up here, you get the basics, you get the procedures, you get the checks, and at the end of the day, you have muscle memory.
Innovation flight training devices and ATC-related simulations were an innovation by Mukasa Ivan Muwolia in 2023. Muwolia attended a pilot school in South Africa and later established Wama Aero Innovations.
I think that aviation has been mythical, not only to Ugandans here, but even abroad. It's something that has been kept in the dark, all right? Thanks to the simulation world that came up, or simulation technology. Now you can also sit with me here in a cockpit.
Investment in aviation-related innovations is one of the expensive ventures that requires government support.
These ATOs, or accredited or training organizations, or you call flight schools, don't own these aircrafts. They lease them on basis, okay? And it's upon you, the end user, to pay the lease fee. So you got to pay the guy who owns that aircraft.
The president of World Federation of Engineering Associations, Engineer Mustafa B. Shehu, says inadequate funding by African governments is a big challenge facing innovators in Africa.
Because it's one thing to, innovate something. It's another thing for the government to believe in us, to believe in the prototype, and also to support the manufacturer. And once we support the products of any African innovator or entrepreneur, we should make a deliberate policy to make sure that.
During a media briefing, the Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Monica Musenero, told the media ahead of UNESCO Africa Engineering Week and the 9th African Conference at Speak Resort Munyenyo that the forum will improve strides in innovation in Africa.
We are going to have a lot of interaction during these days of the forum. We will have fireside discussions with different thought leaders, with different technical leaders, with different market leaders, with the aim of connecting our competencies and skills and values.
The conference is on the theme, leveraging engineering innovations and technology to accelerate Africa's socio-economic transformation. Joan N. Murungi, Philip Aguta for UBC News.
Wakiso District Tally Officer Tolbert Musinguzi has advised candidates to adhere to campaign rules and security guidelines because misconduct or breach of guidelines may lead to disqualification. This was during the nomination of division candidates among other councillors, mayors and local government posts.
At the Electoral Commission offices in Chila Municipality, Wakiso District, there was tension and anticipation for the candidates as they lined up for nominations. The Tally Office of Wakiso District told Bati Musinguzi urged candidates to follow the guidelines, get verified and campaign in the time frames provided by the EC.
Please, don't get tempted to start campaigns. Campaigns will start on the 10th of November this year. So let's keep holding until the 10th. However, within this period, let's take it to organize our campaign schedules, our campaign programs, where we shall harmonize with the rest of the people we are contesting with to ensure that we have a smooth campaign. If candidate A is in place A, another one should be in place B, another one in place C, so that we avoid clashing at the same venue.
The chairperson NRM Chaluwa Jalaswale Kateriga urged candidates to observe discipline during this period.
Mutekesa amateeka g'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda mu nkola okwewala okufuna red card ng'omupiira gukyagenda mu maaso mujja kusubwa nnyo naddala erwaliro obutakola mabinu obutakola gathering wonna kuba tekikkirizibwa kimenya amateeka g'ebyokulonda.
Nominated candidates vowed to serve their communities and improve service delivery.
With all my councillors, that the Electoral Commission has accepted my papers and they have verified they are good. So I'm going to work for the people of Namugongo Division.
The Electoral Commission has already laid the groundwork for the peaceful and credible process. Candidates are reminded to adhere to the rules to avoid misconduct. Susan Inabu, good day. For UBC News.
We'll now take a short break, but we'll be coming back with much more. Do stay with us.
Ebiseera by'okuzzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalippagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyezi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erunganisibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth, in the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Moving on now, active journalists in the Rwenzori region are being inducted on election reporting ahead of the 2026 general elections. The training, organized by Media Challenge Initiative, aims to equip journalists with skills to report effectively during campaigns and voting.
Media practitioners in Kasese district are undergoing refresher sessions to cover elections and minimize challenges faced during elections.
I thank Media Challenge Initiative for the training of journalists in Kasese. The training is very, very timely. It is helping to refresh the editors, the reporters, and the news managers on how to go about sourcing for news.
Ali Kakembo, a trainer with Media Challenge Initiative, said equipping journalists with knowledge promotes peaceful election processes.
We are working together to promote a peaceful election, starting with the journalists that talk to the masses. We very well know that some journalists announce the results even before the officials of the Electoral Commission or the Electoral Commission itself. But then if they are unprepared, then we are likely to see some of those cases. So the Tuongea project, which is Tuogere, Let's Talk, is partly for the journalists to be empowered, to be able to cover the elections in 2026 in a professional way, in an informed way that does not in any way incite violence.
News editor UBC Ngeya Radio, Chikama Ram, urged security agencies to cooperate with media.
Yes, this is very key because media and security were complementary. We all need each other, you know, in ensuring that we have a peaceful election. So it is true that we need security on our side because we also want to be protected during our work as journalists, but also because it is actually not good for somebody to be harmed in the field while they are doing their professional work.
Journalists welcomed the training, citing past hardships of intimidation, torture, and limited knowledge during elections.
Community or the public which needs on our information
Muwanguzi Paul, Moses Mutabali for UBC News.
Matters pertaining to the education sector now, and as third term begins, Mbale City Education Department has suspended studies at Bumboi Primary School in the Industrial Division after severe cracks developed in classroom blocks. City Senior Education Officer Coco Francis directed administrators to send learners home until engineers assess the structures.
When we arrived at 7 a.m., pupils were stranded while others helped shift desks from the affected 4 classroom blocks.
We are at a risk that when children stay there when it's raining heavily, the building might fall and lead to loss of lives.
Teachers said they had opened under fear due to worsening cracks.
We have shifted from the permanent building to a temporary building because of the cracks which has happened in the class. We can't stay there, we are risking our lives.
The biggest threat is there are cracks that are making the whole building go inside. It's sinking, there's a depression. And when you check inside there, you really see that around, I think, 3 inches.
The head teacher, Wamono David Livingstone, urged relocation to safer areas.
We have made a temporary structure which has a very small room which cannot accommodate a class of 100 children, where children are now learning. And the others, they don't have where to learn. So we believe the only solution for this place is shifting it, because even if we say the government comes and then builds within the same area, it is not going to be very fine, because I think the terrain of the place itself is not good.
City Senior Education Officer Coco Francis directed administrators to send learners home until 22nd September to allow engineers assess the structures.
The decision that we have taken as an authority is to ask children to go back home for the whole of this week as engineers come to make assessment to see whether can we continue occupying the place or we vacate.
Residents also decried widespread cracks in homes and appealed for government intervention.
Lunaku embere eno yeyongera atendikawo line 2 kati line nezeyongera kati eno yakuba kati netandika nekuba n'essomero nekuba ennyumba eziri ezawagulu nekuba eno wansi kati abawansi wano baavwawo.
Ennyumba ze tulina wano zonna tewali asulamu kuba twadduka mudda.
About 200 people, they are affected. People are no longer in their houses. Like down here after the mosque, there's only one person staying there.
Now, teachers from several government-aided secondary schools in Busia have joined the nationwide industrial action that started on the 15th of September 2025, leaving learners stranded as teachers stayed home or gathered outside classrooms in protest. The strike stems from government's failure to resolve salary disparities between arts and science teachers. We have more in this story.
Now, as regards to Busia SES in particular, we have few teachers who are arts teachers and on government payroll. And because of that reason, we went out to source what you would call community teachers, who are more in number than those who are on government, to fill up the gaps. And remember, government of recent has prioritized science subjects in terms of payment of science teachers and terms of recruitment, because at some point they would recruit largely those who are doing sciences. So we also have a bigger number of teachers who are science teachers, who are on government payroll and who are certainly satisfied, and they will not go for industrial action in response to UNATU's call.
Mayor Mina Majanji Town Council, about the strike of teachers, I call upon the government to consider their request. Otherwise, our children are going for examination and they are going to lose. Like the second race, they have only 1 month and a half to study P7 PLOE candidates. So I asked the government to consider their request so that they can promise next financial year to add them what? To increase.
We continue with what is happening in schools, and of course the school term, the third term, are reopened with school fees being a challenge for salary earners as the term opens before end of the month. Now, most schools sampled reported low turn-up, while those with high turn-up were complaining of parents' failure to pay school fees.
At this time, you're seeing parents are coming, but so far the turn-up is good. And we know, being a decisive term where we have promotions, we have the PLE, this is a crucial term, and parents always come in so early, and we are good with the turn-up. And as always, we are expecting still brilliant colors, and come January around 15th, we have to celebrate for PLE. Come end of the year, that's December, I expect most of these children to be promoted to another class.
But most of the children have checked in. However, even if they have checked in, parents still are complaining about the fees scarcity. But as Mother Major, we always know our clients and we know our parents. We always listen to their concerns and we see how we can help each other, and that's exactly what we have made. Otherwise, generally, I think the economy is a little biting, and also since we are beginning mid-month, some parents are really struggling as they wait for their end-of-month paycheck. But I'm happy and I'm impressed that a good number have come back. And I want to, at this point of time, to appreciate the three categories of people. One, I want to appreciate our parents in a special way who have sacrificed and have been able to beat the expected dates to open the term. Parents out there, thank you. Education has never been easy, not only here, but in the entire nation and the entire world. You have to sacrifice to pay for your children.
Now, at least 40 resident district commissioners will travel to India for training in entrepreneurship. The Permanent Secretary, Office of the President, Haji Yunus Kakande, commended the cordial relationship between Uganda and India and urged the RDCs to utilize the training opportunity to acquire skills that can help to transform Uganda's grassroots people.
Resident district commissioners play a role in educating the public on government programs and projects. The Office of the President is now partnering with Government of India to train RDCs in entrepreneurial skills.
It is my earnest hope that once you come back after this course, you will use those skills learned to give back to your respective areas of work and also enhancing skill of others.
The first group was of 20. Very happy that now the next group is 40. When they came back, the report which I read was that India have programs which are almost similar to Ugandan programs.
This is a pilot project. This is a second phase for the RDCs to be sent to India for training. This time we are taking 40. To be trained in cottage industries, farming, doing some small businesses so that when they come back, they can train our communities on how to use PDM money in proper things. And that way they won't be able to lose the money. They can get profits and also take back the money.
The RDCs expressed optimism that the training in India will help them acquire more knowledge on transformational projects.
Training will benefit our officers directly because these officers interact with vast number of people everywhere, grassroots everywhere, and they monitor government programs. government and non-government programs.
I expect that we are going to find a team of professionals who are going to enhance our knowledge on how to be good entrepreneurs, but also have a discipline in finances.
So far, 60 RDCs have benefited from the training initiative in India, and the partnership will continue to benefit more RDCs. Adia Nakote, UBC.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest mpola in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the second phase of the 4-acre model campaign in Greater Bunyoro sub-region. The event will take place at Nalweyo Primary School Playground, Behimba Road, on Saturday, 20th September 2025 at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants, and leaders from the districts that make up Greater Hoima, Greater Masindi, Greater Chibale, and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model, and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at business news. The Uganda National Oil Company, UNOC, has delivered and stored bulk petroleum products to the Ugandan market since assuming its role as the sole importer of fuel through the Mombasa port. The head of corporate affairs at UNOC, Tone Otoa, says the exclusive importation mandate has minimized the risk of fuel shortages across the country. Dennis Tigoa reports.
It's just over a year since Uganda National Oil Company took on the sole mandate to import all petroleum products for the country via the port of Mombasa in Kenya. Stakeholders in the importation chain, including the Kenya Pipeline Company and the international supplier Vitol, report positive progress so far.
There is no issue with any of the OMCs in regard to how we've been operating with them. There are no complaints on our side. I think most of the issues that were coming up were care integration, which is not a situation, and mainly, like you said, operational issues. So ultimately, over this 1 year, I think it has been a very successful engagement with the OMCs.
Under this government-to-government arrangement, UNOC is fully responsible for importing Uganda's petroleum needs using Kenya's pipeline infrastructure, marine vessels, and fuel trucks to transport the products to Uganda's oil marketing companies.
This is pretty much the end point of the Kenya pipeline that has transported all these petroleum products, be it diesel, kerosene, petrol, all the way from Mombasa, where we started, to this point. And from this point, it now gets out of the pipeline into what you see in the background, the trucks. These trucks are destined for Uganda and the other countries. But most important of all, for a Ugandan consumer, this is where the story starts now from the trucks. The trucks take it on from here all the way to your petrol stations around the country, into your car or boda.
Current estimates show that Uganda consumes over 230 million litres of petroleum products each month, and recent figures from the KPC indicate this number is steadily rising. The growing demand, especially across the northern corridor, has prompted capacity upgrades and improved efficiency within the supply chain.
We'll continue partnering as KPC and UNOC to make sure that the consumers in both countries get their due right.
We say we learn from each other, we'll keep improving, and we keep collaborating. We are happy for the business that you have given us so far, and we will continue working together.
However, challenges remain. A major bottleneck persists in the transportation of products like petrol, diesel, and jet A1 from the central reservoirs to Uganda, mainly at the congested Malaba one-stop border post. Truck drivers raise concerns over long queues which affect their turnaround times and delay deliveries.
Laini ye Malaba kati fenga abatanka tubeera wamu nate n'abantu ba container. Sometimes abantu ba container ayinza okukolobola ku moloka ya tanka ng'ey'amafuta kati ngenda kutikka super kiyinza okubeera dangerous kuki kuba in case senga nti agikolobodde n'ejjako any leakage kibeera dangerous.
Despite these hurdles, the shift to direct importation is expected to yield long-term benefits for Uganda, stabilizing pump prices and protecting the market from fuel supply shocks. UNOC's exclusive import mandate marks a strategic shift in the country's fuel management, with noticeable improvement in supply reliability and national energy security. In my background is the loading bay. What is happening here is that fuel that has been transported all the way from Mombasa through the pump stations in Nairobi is finally being loaded onto trucks for onward transport to countries such as Uganda and the hinterland. Dennis Igoa for UBC.
Dennis, thanks for that story there. Now, the National Resistance Movement Party has signed a memorandum of understanding with Eastbart University to support party members upgrade their education in higher learning. The NRM Secretary General Richard Todwong said the partnership will enhance the knowledge and leadership skills of party members.
The National Resistance Movement has signed a memorandum of understanding with Eastbart University to improve the knowledge and capacity of its members to meet the demands of the party leadership. On behalf of the NRM party, Secretary General Richard Todwong said there is an increasing need for leaders to be better equipped.
We are grateful because part of what we believe in is to empower our young people with the knowledge that are applicable to the market. And so this partnership is going to help us build on our human resource base and build capacity of our cadres in the different fields that the university will be giving us scholarships for. We are grateful for the offer, and definitely we shall take it up as a party and encourage our young people to go and learn more and be educated and be helped in order to overcome the challenges of society.
Wabula abavubuka bategeezezza nga bwe beetaaga okuvujjirirwa mu bintu eby'enjawulo ng'entambula, okunoonya akalulu. Nze Benon Mukwaya ne Phil Aguta.
With the skills needed to respond to community needs.
And so a leader should also upgrade in terms of knowledge, in terms of ability to be able to absorb these many changes that come to society. So yes, as a party, we always encourage our leaders and our cadres to move and search for knowledge that can help them address society needs.
The Chancellor of Isbat University, Fred Omach, welcomed the initiative, saying it will help NRM members upgrade their skills and capacity.
Memorandum, definitely, we are going to ensure that we give this scholarship to ensure that the youth get quality education from Isbat University. As you are aware, Isbat University is one of the best universities in East Africa in regards to STEM courses, science, technology, and innovations. And we shall be liaising with you to ensure how many we can support in each of the various faculties that we have.
Sure, by signing this MOU, number of students from various regions of Uganda will get this benefit. They can upgrade their skill, they can fulfill their dream of higher education. Due to whatever reasons they could not continue.
Irene Faith Nantongo, Stephen Kalisha, UBC News.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at sports news, and we begin with volleyball, where the 2025 Kampala Amateur Volleyball Club Memorial Tournament has climaxed with Ugandan joys in the males version at the MTN Arena Stadium in Lugogo.
The NSSF KVC International Volleyball Tournament ended at Lugogo Indoor Stadium with hosts Kampala Amateur Volleyball Club, KVC, lifting the men's title. KVC defeated Kenya's Equity Bank in 4 sets to reclaim the championship in front of their home fans.
So having the under-14s here was very good. That we need to see sports in schools, at primary school level, secondary school level, university, and then those join the clubs. And then from the clubs, you get the national team. So to me, I think one key strategy is having the school structure very strong, having good coaches who are in place, and then, of course, support in terms of corporate support, government support for training, preparation, and facilities. We would like to have a good facility like this across in the different regions.
Both fans and sponsors were in unison that this was one of the best tournaments organized. In the women's final, Rwanda's APR came from behind to edge Police Volleyball Club in a 5-set thriller, securing the crown.
Second set, we tried to serve hard, as they served hard for us for the first set, but the second one, and the game in general, we served hard. Yeah, that was our mission and our target for them, to serve hard.
This year's tournament attracted teams from across East Africa, with NSSF sponsoring the event to boost the growth of volleyball in the region.
This year around we have 26 teams from 6 African countries, and that really shows that it has become a very competitive tournament. NSSF is really very happy and very proud to be part of this tournament because we are promoting the development of sports, specifically volleyball, in our country and across the region.
Nabachiwe Doreen Malaika, UBC News.
Golf now, and the 4th edition of Golf's Clash of Titans has been launched to the Uganda Golf Club in Kampala. We have more.
Golf's Clash of Titans is a competition amongst post-primary schools. It was started 3 years ago with just 5 institutions including Budo, Namiryango, Mwiri, Ntare and St. Mary's College Kisubi. It has now grown from 15 institutions in the 2nd edition to 21 at the 3rd, and now looking to more than 30 this year. The tournament this year will adopt a different format and will be played over 2 legs, with the first at Uganda Golf Club this weekend, while the winner will be decided at Entebbe Club on 27th September 2025.
Each school will have OBs and OGs, and from each round we'll have the 10 best scores that will be carried to the finale, and the next 10 best scores from Entebbe will be summed up to get us our eventual winners.
Over the years, King's College Budo won the 1st edition. St. Mary's College Kisubi edged all in the 2nd edition, with the entire school coming in as reigning champions this year.
You know, Ntare big as we are very many people, as we are very many golfers, we failed to raise a team in the 1st edition, so we didn't even return a score. In the 2nd edition, I think we finished 2nd, runners-up. We were beaten by a point, and it didn't go down well with us. As you understand, Lions are always gunning for the top. So we came back for the 3rd edition prepared, and we stand here as the defending champions, having accomplished that.
Last year also witnessed the first ever single schools version, which was won by Wera Nyanji for the girls. The competition this year will be played on the Stableford format.
Netball news, and Uganda has officially unveiled Dr. Manoj Joshi as its Director for International Partnerships and Sponsorships. John Bansentamo reports.
The future of netball in Uganda has been boosted by the inclusion of Dr. Manoj Joshi as its Director for International Partnerships and Sponsorships.
Dr. Manoj accepted to represent Netball Uganda in the diaspora, majorly in UK and also in Europe. And it is not an executive role, but he is, I should say that he's a volunteer. He's a non-executive member of Netball Uganda. Wow. Well, his role really is for him to secure for Netball Uganda international relationships. He is to secure for us partnerships. We are not looking out for sponsors, but also to create much more than sponsorship. We are looking out for partnerships.
Dr. Manoj, who has officially accepted the role while at a dinner in Kampala, is a UK-based Ugandan Indian who is more renowned as a pharmacist and philanthropist.
I've already got partners who pledged, so I'm going to formalize relationships with them, host the first UK-Uganda National Netball Business Roundtable early in 2026, try and formalize memorandum of understandings with at least 3 UK institutions for training, scholarships and exchanges. And then launch the She Cranes UK Ambassador Network from diaspora and sports figures, and then deliver first round of quarterly report to the President of Netball Uganda in December 25. So I want to just give you some idea as to what I'm working on.
He has only been in this position since February this year, but has already identified key partners and stakeholders.
In terms of corporate and institutional partnerships, I've had lots of events taking place, and one of the biggest things is that I've connected with people who are organizationally companies like who are in sports. So I analyze which companies would be interested in netball and in especially women and girls empowerment. So there are already organizations like Puma and Gilbert and Adidas and those sports manufacturers and goods providers But then there are also corporates like financial institutions.
His intention is to grow the sport beyond the field with players advised to pursue education using scholarships that he plans to achieve at various UK universities.
Lastly, I want to just talk about education and youth development. So, if we just can't have sports people because they need to have a career as well afterwards. So we are trying to have links with universities and educational establishments where young people can not only become sporting excellence, but they can also be academic excellence and also in vocational experience as well. So everybody can have a good life after they've retired or finished their sporting careers. So those are the kind of key things that I have been doing.
The She Cranes that is expected to be the biggest beneficiary of this latest announcement is preparing for the Celtic Cup in Scotland this November.
And lastly, Hum's staff in Nasana was the place to be as the Guinness Match Day on tour rolled into town, delivering electrifying football action, music and giveaways for fans.
Following the international break, football lovers across Uganda were eager for the return of the Premier League. And when the games returned, Guinness Match Day on Tour offered the perfect setting for fans to reconnect with the game they love. At Hum's staff in Nasana, fans watched Liverpool leave it late against Burnley in a 1-0 victory, courtesy of a very late Mohamed Salah goal. This game was followed by the Manchester derby in which City obliterated United in a 3-0 wallop at the Etihad Stadium. Throughout the event, fans shared unforgettable moments with friends and fellow supporters, enabled by Guinness.
When you look at outlets where we're activating, when you look at all the bars where we're activating, there's a lot of sales, there's a lot of growth in terms of business, and even the food industry around. That's within the areas where we are activating when it comes to football. So I would say we are impacting the economy pretty well.
One of the event highlights was the Matchday Minutes Challenge, which gave fans the chance to win Guinness merchandise by correctly predicting key moments during the games.
So it's basically not just about watching the game, it's immersing the consumers within the game and leaving them with amazing memories to take home, and of course enjoying these memories with the full Guinness.
The Guinness Match Day on Tour will continue to move across the country throughout the Premier League season.
And the sports segment brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed night.